And how can I think that, you know, they want to end their own suffering and they want happiness just as much as the next person? That's a fucking joke. But really, all it is that he has a wife and kids who he probably does love, and on some level he loves them, and all he wants is to protect his family and their well-being. But unfortunately, his view is so limited, and that's his flaw, is that he's limited. It has nothing to do with me or whatever. He's just because he's limited, it doesn't mean I have to be limited. Absolutely not. I can still be a very well educated human being with a lot of empathy and compassion for others beyond the people in my circle. So that's why I say it's a waste to be angry at white people all the time. It's a waste to be angry at people like Donna and John Foster and everyone there who's a goddamn idiot. It's a fucking waste. I'm done. I'm gone from there. They no longer can affect my life. So what I can do now is just try not to be so angry and just let it go. And I won't allow myself to be limited, is the thing. And I can turn that anger into something a lot more proactive and productive. So I still think fundamentally anger doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. You can be angry at the fact that men are privileged as fuck and they don't even realize it and they're ignorant and whatever. You can be angry at that fundamentally flawed principle. The wage gap is real. And you can be mad at angry at things like that. But turn that anger into something proactive and turn it into something that brings meaning to your life and fulfillment to your life. Whether that's approaching someone, a stranger, much more kindly, or being a little bit more open to people, or even just going out there and doing something like helping a women's shelter, or donating time and money to people who have less than you or whatever. Last night after AA, we always go to Yogurtland, and I love all those women there. I really do. But sometimes I'm just because I'm basically the only brown person there again. And they were discussing the homeless problem in Orange County and how since they've relocated, or displaced everyone who was there in the riverbed in Anaheim or whatever. All these homeless people have now like migrated into like neighborhoods or Foothills Ranch or whatever that place is. And she was saying, you know what, like, just put him back in the riverbed. Put him back in the riverbed. They were fine there, and they were out of the way. They weren't in our neighborhoods. They weren't breaking into things, and they're not like giving themselves a good reputation by continuing, like, by breaking into shit. Like, why would people want to help you then? You know, just I say just shove them back there, and just, you know, they're out of the way. They're out of the way. Who gives a shit? They were just out of the way. And I didn't say anything. The whole time I was just like, because these people are like, they're human beings. They're a life who deserves kindness and to be treated like an actual human. And I didn't say anything because I wasn't gonna change her mind there over fucking yogurt. No, but there was one woman who said something. She hadn't said anything pretty much, and she said, you know, one day it used to be my aspiration to open up a homeless shelter here in Orange County, because I've been homeless. I know that life, and I know that there are literally no resources here for, you know, Orange County there are no resources. And then she went on to explain things like how the shelters are only open during the winter, and you have to meet all these different qualifications and blah blah. And the other woman was like, yeah, but like these are people who, you know, want to continue doing drugs and not getting better, blah 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 blah. You know, that's why they can't get into them. And I was just like so surprised at her limited view. Here we are in, you know, coming back from AA. She's a fucking addict. She'll always be an addict. Just because you're done doing whatever your addiction was doesn't mean you're cured. You're not an addict for fucking life. And